And ladies and gentlemen, the Productivity Award winner for Grower goes to Mic Fels.
Well, that caught me by surprise a bit. When we turned up here tonight, actually I went into the wrong room and I got myself a Midori cocktail. So that was a bit of a bonus because everybody else in here was drinking beer and wine, and I thought, well, I got away with that one. So that was a good start. So there's a bit of innovation for you. But when I did come in here, I saw someone being interviewed in front of cameras out the front. And I thought, well, that's a relief because I don't have to speak tonight. Obviously, the winners know who they are already. So I've had a couple of beers. Which breaks all my rules for public speaking. So you'll have to put up with me. I do feel greatly honoured. And I'm not sort of just... saying the right things for Syngenta. Like it is an honour to be here. And one of the greatest things about this award, compared to other awards that are made available to farmers and consultants, is that this is nominated by your peers, and that's really valuable to me. A lot of other awards these days, it seems to be all about nominating yourself and then telling people what a good job you do. And I really appreciate that Syngenta is running something that it's actually nominated by your peers and voted by your peers. So it has a whole lot more meaning, and I feel incredibly proud to have made it this far. I'm surprised actually, but I'm the proudest man in the world today, and if that sounds like a bit of an overreaction to this award, even prestigious though it may be, it's because I just learned today that my beautiful daughter was announced as head girl of her school only a couple of hours ago, so... So while it's a huge honour to have been invited over for the Syngenta Growth Awards and now to have made it this far, I also feel so torn not to be home to celebrate with her and giving you the biggest hug in the world. So farming like life is such an incredible balance between so many things that are all important to us. And there's such a finite time given to all of us to fit it all in. And I'm as guilty as any of trying to do more than the time allows. But having said that, I can't wait to go on the Syngenta tour next year and somehow I'll fit it in. To be honest, it was this balancing act that inspired me to start iPaddock, which is an app company that I started a few years ago. There's so much technology served up to farmers that's just too complicated and just doesn't solve our biggest or fundamental issues. So I set about to change that. And with iPaddock Spray and iPaddock Yield, I was suddenly in control of my spraying operation and optimising my crop inputs to my real potential yield. And in the few years since we started using them, they've helped us to double the size of our cropping operation and really made a big difference to our profitability. But with only one life and a confirmed addiction to farming, iPaddock's now looking for commercial partners to ramp it up to the market leader status that... And genuinely, I do hope that with the exposure generated through this award, and especially through the once-in-a-life opportunity that it gives me to network with some of the ag tech leaders globally, I'm hoping iPaddock can make the transition from the quiet achiever it has been to the market leader that I think it can be. So it's interesting, one of the comments made today, that's the end of my notes by the way, so it'll all go downhill from here because I'm not an impromptu speaker, but one of the comments made today by a grower when we were asked the question, how can we get the message out as individuals? One of the really good comments that I heard a grower make was leading by example in our community. And I think that's really important, and it's great. I can see Syngenta is doing that through the Growth Award, the Growth Awards, and the Good Growth Plan, leading by example. And I'd like to put a challenge down for Syngenta. I'd love to see a 7th point on that Good Growth Plan, which is to communicate the message of agriculture to the wider community. And Paul and Andrew both today made comments. Paul made the comment about it's all about the story. You know, there's people's stories that's so important. This is the human factor of agriculture, which is what motivates us all. Andrew made the comment about the need to renegotiate. What was it? Where are you, Andrew? The need to renegotiate the relationship that we have with society. And that's really important. That's what's missing now. And I think there's an opportunity for Syngenta to add the seventh thing onto that list, which is to renegotiate the relationship we have with the community. And maybe put some money up, maybe $500,000 to something like feedingtheworld.org or something. And then by that example, getting other organisations, agribusiness, to contribute as well, to getting that positive message out about agriculture. Because unfortunately there's so many negative messages come out, and it's fantastic to have Fairfax as part of this. And you know, it's great to see stories in the Farm Weekly and what's the one over here called again? The Land. But forgive me, I'm from the West. We're a bit ignorant over there. But it'd be great to see it in what's the Fairfax regular papers, the Sydney Morning Herald. And those papers, you know, some positive stories about agriculture, because, I mean, look around here, there's some amazing stories about agriculture right here in this room. And I'd love to see it in those broadsheets as well. And just as my closing comment, I think it'd be great if for each one of these categories, there were 8 successful nominees, and then the Case IH award as well. That would make 25, because that would make everybody in this room part of the fraternity that goes forward, because I've been feeling disappointed all day that I'm probably not going to be able to do anything after tonight as part of this community, and I can't believe that I am. But, you know, I would love to have the opportunity again to network with this same group of people again, because it's such an amazing group of inspiring people. So, you know, it'd be great if something like that can happen as well. But anyway, thanks very much. It's just an amazing honour, and all the best to everybody else as well.